This is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 remake. We're here on Xbox Series S. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So it's been, well, a while since I've taken a look at the game. I thought with the announcement of 3.4 and the fact that I had never taken a look at this on the Series S, that now was the time to come in and mess up that great trick. I couldn't have thought of a better time to mess that trick up than right then and right now. You know, cool, let's dive in. So, Tony Hawk 1, 2, Pro Skater, upgraded, awesome, looking great, playing great, awesome, fantastic, current gen upgrade, that was next gen at one point. I think I just took a look at it on the Series X, never did it on the Series S, why, I don't know. I guess it wasn't free to rock around, it wasn't tricky. Tricky. Which is more like, you know, SSX, which is like skateboarding kind of, but like in the snow. Yeah. Ugh. That'll break some bones. Anyways, yeah, so you go around skateboarding. You get the first, the second game. It's the same experience that you remember back in the day, or maybe you're seeing for the first time, I guess. Where you go and you skateboard around as your own custom skater, or, you know, Tony Hawk, or those other skateboarders that they've added or are returning. They're all probably pretty old now, but hey, they live on in these games. And hopefully, since, you know, this came out and we got Tony Hawk 3.4 coming, hopefully they'll do some other entries in the series too over time. I think that would be absolutely fantastic, right? See more entries come back and just enjoy this experience like we did back in the day, or experiences like this like we did back in the day too, since there have been, you know, quite a few of these over the years, that is for sure. Like, there's been a lot of Tony Hawk games, right? But what it is, quick levels, set of goals, there's multiplayer too, then you unlock more areas, you do more things, you can have custom tracks that people have made, tracks as in like environments, sort of like Forge from Halo, where it's got like areas, playgrounds of skateboarding. I don't know, custom maps, basically, that you can go and do challenges on and enjoy and share with others, ones you've made, or playing what others have put together. There's a lot of options. It's pretty sweet. You know, if you're into that kind of thing. I love how I do all those tricks successfully, and then on, like, basically just randomly standing there, I fall over and, like, injure myself. Hilarious. So we're just kind of showing off the first game first, and then we'll show off the second game a bit too, and we'll spin through all of this crazy action together. So, by default, or whatever, we're here on the Fidelity mode, which on Series S is 1440p, dynamic at 60 FPS. There's also HDR. And after this race is done, we'll switch over and show you the performance mode, which kicks things up a little bit, but can't really do it middle match or mid-race, I guess? I don't know. But yeah, you get to personalize a skater, enjoy these incredibly detailed environments that look fantastic, and play what is a love letter to skateboarding. Of course, there's, you know, many other skateboarding games out there nowadays, and in the past, you know, Skate's a big franchise and stuff, but there always was something just truly special about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I think it did it sort of really right first, and then having the Tony Hawk branding attached to it was kind of a great idea. And I mean, it's a franchise he's kind of been a big fan of and supported and cared about for years, and it's cool to see it coming back and being enjoyed for, you know, new generations, and the old ones looking for a bit of Tony Hawk nostalgia, right? A little bit of something for everyone. Cool. Seriously, it's really, really well done. I did terrible that round. That's okay. It's just for enjoyment. Alright, now we back out. We go to the main menu. And we go down to options, display, and we turn on performance. I know, right? What a crazy setting. And then we can continue our tour with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. And performance mode is a little fancier. It drops down the resolution to a dynamic 900p. And it gives you up to 120 FPS, which is pretty smooth and stuff. And thankfully, these environments are relatively simplistic, so you actually get, you know, pretty good frame rate on them because they are very simplistic environments. They're not like anything too wild, and still they look beautiful, they're very detailed, and they're filled to the brim with action and excitement. Good thing the chopper blades don't absolutely end my life. I don't want to show the helicopter destroying things, which is pretty cool. Pretty radical, I have to say. But yeah, obviously YouTube doesn't really support 120 FPS, so you don't get the full effect of it, but, you know, looks pretty good, runs really well. I think for Series S particularly, it's not that much of a drop in resolution, so you probably wouldn't notice it at all. And I'm almost would say by default this could be your mode to play on Series S, would be the 120 FPS mode. Like, yeah, you know, it's like, what, 500p? It's actually quite a bit of a drop, but I think aesthetically and what you're used to probably playing on Series S, you might as well maybe just take the higher frame rate for the action. I was kind of hoping that I would hit that higher bar and keep going, eh? But I guess it just wasn't meant to be. So yeah, you could do 2 players locally head-to-head. Do online up to 8 players doing stuff, which is pretty sweet. You get to enjoy the experience with the legendary Tony Hawk. Old skaters coming back, new skaters coming in. Tracks, like music from back in the day. Obviously, I can't have those because I'd get absolutely railed by copyright, but the music in this is really fun. Matches the era well. Wow. That's pain is what that is. Hit insane trick combos unlike what I'm able to. And then yeah, you do the goals on every one of the parks. Like I need to get, you know, X amount of challenges completed, X amount of like things, finding hidden secrets, and then you're able to unlock additional levels, which can be annoying if you're like myself and struggle to really deliver on getting that stuff. Like I find you really gotta be in a bit of a vibe. Like, some people, they can just pick this game up, no big deal, you know, ain't nothing. But for me, I really gotta practice and get into the groove for a bit, otherwise it's just, like, miserably bad for me. And we're gonna pretend that this is, you know, I'm not in the groove, right? We're gonna pretend that I'm not in the groove. Love that maniac with the little golf cart rolling around, the security officer guy. He's just trying to stop us from doing our radical tricks, man. We're too cool for that guy, though. We ain't gonna stop for him. We're here to be tricky. You know, like, it's free to rock around, It's right on time. It's tricky. Tricky. Just kidding. Although, I'm kind of surprised that this never prompted EA to, like, bring back SSX. You know, you'd be like, oh, we've got a game like this, and then, you know, bring that one back, but we're not allowed to have cool things like SSX in our lives, are we? Where did you, like, why do you come here? Why you do me like that, security guard? I don't know, I have a lot of fun just playing this and like shredding around. I know a lot of people take it seriously with the tricks they pull off and stuff, but I kind of just like having fun shredding, you know. Well, I guess I don't know if you really call it shredding because it's more snowboarding, but I think you get what I mean. Skateboarding around. It's not like I'd be able to do this in real life or anything. Seriously, I've tried, it's not my thing. But yeah, the high frame rate helps a lot. Really depends on like what you're kind of into for doing this. Like you get a good amount of levels. They're all beautifully detailed and stuff. They look really good even on the Series S here. It's just a nice package. It's nostalgia, or it's a brand new setup if this is your first time. I think that in itself is kind of great. How? Seriously? Could I get any points? Oh, and if you're doing as bad as I'm doing, you can just restart your run at any point in case you know you're not getting those points. There we go. Much better start, am I right? A lot of button clicking in this one. You know how clankety the Xbox controllers are. But yeah, just free-flowing. I like that you can make your own skater. I love that there's 3 and 4s coming. Yeah, I kind of hope they do a whole bunch of these games. It's like, it's a series that genuinely should be enjoyed by those down the road, and it's also wild. Like, I really genuinely thought, kind of with like the success of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, that this would be something that they would continue, and I would have assumed we would have had 3 and 4, and then I was also hoping that maybe we'd get, like, you know, a new entry. Right? Like, is that so crazy to think about? Like, the first remake here did good, you do the next part of them, and then you do something new? Like, to me that sounds like kind of a no-brainer, but... You know, you gotta go to the COD mine sometimes, right? Is it a V over there? How do I get to you, V? It's not like it's Cyberpunk. Oh, I kind of wanted to get over there. Okay, I think we got this. So you're supposed to get the letters. Wow, I can't believe Sorry, I'm genuinely shocked that I did not get that. You're also supposed to, if you have too much momentum, you're supposed to, like, do, like, a little sort of slide thing when you kind of roll your board around on the ground. It's supposed to be a whole vibe, yo, you know what I'm saying? Whole vibe. You pull off the crazy tricks. Yeah. You know, it is actually kind of weird that I never did a, video on this back in the day on Series S. It's very bizarre. Usually I'm on top of this stuff, but I guess maybe at the time I was just doing Series X. I don't know if I had my Series S yet. I don't remember. It's been a long ride, what can I say? And I'm just here skateboarding away, man. I love the idea, too, that, like, the people in this game that were behind, like, you know, all the skaters and stuff, and they're all, like, so old now. Like, obviously there's some new people on the scene that they've added, but, like, I guess even they would be a bit older, too, right? Because this game's been out for a while. Oh, come on! You know, I am a little bit better at this when I'm not, recording and playing and stuff. You know, I'm just gonna pretend that that's the case, right? Then I pull off crazier tricks, but I don't have the, video camera on, rolling. But it's a very complete package. You know, you get the combination of the levels, plus the custom stuff, plus the multiplayer integrations. And the multiplayer is really cool if you can come across people. Like, I remember it being, like, straight up, like, highly competitive, and I was just like, alright, I'm a filthy casual, I know. Gonna have to practice so much for 3 and 4. Ugh. Otherwise, it's gonna be straight up embarrassing. You know, it's cool that you come back around. I know that was fast. That's the point. To fail miserably and come back around again. I love that you can dynamically break the environment, and I love how detailed the environment is too. Like all the destruction, all the breakdown, it feels like a really worn-in, real place that you are skateboarding. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Kind of want to do different levels if I can every single time. Indianapolis skate park. Let's do downtown. Downtown. You know, when you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always go downtown. But yeah, you are supposed to do things like complete the tracks, ollie the thing. You know, there's like missions that you're doing, so it's not like you're just supposed to fool around like I am. Like, there's actually like goals. That's how you unlock new areas, and you do new things, and you get new places, and you pull off crazier tricks, and everyone's all happy when you do your cool points and systems and all that. And yeah, really gotta spend some time grinding that, I guess, at some point. I'm sure eventually I'll get to it. Ow. I think this one's got like a funny movie theater thing, if I'm not mistaken. And I also love how it's like little bite-sized kind of plays. Like, the idea is like, yeah, sure, I guess you could crash through all these levels in like 2 minutes a pop, I guess, if you wanted to, but you'll replay and replay and replay to do stuff and unlock things and be better at it and get more customization things and have fun with it, and then you'll prepare for good old 3 and 4 down the road and maybe revisit some other entries in the series. I know myself, I've got some pro skater vibes I'm feeling. Yeah, you know, you kind of like get a new entry in a series that sort of motivates you to kind of be interested in like going out and trying out like other versions of the games and playing something new. Like, you kind of crave it almost. You get a feel for one thing if you like it, and you're like, oh, I need more of this. But yeah, it is genuinely weird that it has taken them so long to deliver something more. And I know there's the whole COD mine stuff, but it's just a shame. Because they really did. They put together such a lovely package here, and it did well, and it deserved a quicker follow-up, honestly. And it deserved better skateboarding for me at this hour of the night. I've got every excuse in the book, and I'm willing to throw them out here so you can accept my shredding as it is. Montana. Skateland. Let's do it. See, people have created some pretty cool environments, right? Whee! Yeah, this is like literally something somebody just like made. Like, I mean, you can kind of tell because it's kind of sparse and empty, but like, this is the kind of thing you can create where it's actually like not bad looking things, and if somebody puts in the effort, they can actually create like pretty cool maps, and then you just kind of play around in them and do crazy stuff and enjoy all the pieces. I am hoping that 3 to 4 down the road kind of takes this concept a little further. Like, it's cool, but I definitely think more pieces, larger expansion, and more like budgeting for like crazier stuff would kind of do wonders for this mode. But yeah, hopefully this was a decent enough showcase of the Series S version here for you. Because like, it is a wonderful package. As awful as I am making it seem to be with my bad performance, you really can do some cool stuff with this. You just have to get good, as the skateboarders say. Don't worry, my guy, he'll totally respawn after he does his rewind. Back in the day, the original version, you were really like kind of broken down after that stuff. There was also like the 360 version, which was quite something. I think it was like the Summer of Arcade or some kind of thing like that. I know it was the Xbox Live Arcade version, and you can play as your avatar. It was a whole vibe too. Ow. That was kind of cool. So, I'm sure this isn't the end of these games, and I'm sure there'll be more down the road. Woo! I'm glad I could mess that up with, you know, breaking down on such an easy trick. Some people are just like masters of this too, though. Like, they just like know exactly where to go and what to do, and they just don't keep failing like I do. But everybody's got their different talents, and I guess skateboarding isn't mine.